let's see. All right, I just left Harley's house where Harley was there with her husband Quentin, their daughter Blake, who is 7 months old, and then her mom Shelly. Oh, sorry, not Shelly. Her mom Sarah, was there, and then we also had Sheila, my third cousin that I met on Ancestry.com. That's the one that connected everyone together. And then, let's see, Chelsea, Scooter, and Scooter's girlfriend, Sydney, came over next. Destiny was not interested in meeting me. I brought her some things anyways. It's a lot to handle, I'm sure. From her point of view, I totally get it. So, anyway, she was not able to come, but she has a 7-year-old son named Zayden, I think, and she's pregnant with a boy. I think she's 18 weeks pregnant, maybe. I'm 26 weeks pregnant. And then I told Gary our address where we would be, and he showed up right on time. Told us a little bit about, what he remembers, which wasn't much, just that he was probably inebriated. Probably thought Edie was too at the time. It was a one-time encounter, again, that he didn't even think he knew her name. Let's see, what else? We've got that all on video, kind of him telling that story. And then let's see what else. It was kind of awkward. It definitely, there were definitely awkward moments. I felt like I was kind of interrogating everyone. Hopefully everyone felt kind of comfortable. Scooter originally said he would leave before Gary got there, wasn't really interested in being there, and then and he stayed, and I actually really appreciate that. And Scooter also, what did he say? He said, just another, when I met him, I said, how are you feeling about this? How are you feeling? He said, I don't know, just another day in paradise, was the thing out of his mouth. And then, turns out his house, he's living at with his girlfriend. He and Chelsea also live in Windsor, which is where the Acres are from. And the Acre family farm is literally like down the street from them. Like crazy. Such a small world. So I think that they're right down by the farmhouse that Dad was born at. Like literally a couple houses down. And there's a chance that there could be Acre blood in me somehow after all. Just not, John Acre is my bio dad, obviously, but let's see. How old is, what did he say he was born in? I'll have to look at I think he would have graduated in 1987 from, what town did we just leave? From Warrensburg. But he quit school in 85. He was sick of kind of being in detention and out of detention and all that. And I just asked, I just don't know what the solution is for, I don't know if they need to teach safe sex, or I don't know what it is, but or have condoms readily available like they did at the dorms in high schools. I don't know, but it seems like it's something that needs to be kind of done. I asked if they had, other people that were pregnant in high school, and they did. And I had some in our high school too. It happens fast for some. It can also be challenging to get pregnant. So anyway, Scooter and Chelsea have the same mom, and they also had their family had adopted 13-year-old twins that are now 13 years old, so it sounds like they've had like a lot of foster kids and adopted kids in and out of their house as well. Harley grew up with a brother, Jordan, and a half-sister herself, and then Destiny was the oldest of all of them, and I don't think was really raised with any of them, but it seems like she's kind of closest with Scooter and Chelsea. Most of them hadn't seen Gary maybe like ever, or like a few minutes that they've had like interactions with each other. They just didn't like speak much. There wasn't a whole lot of interaction between the other kids and Gary. Chelsea gave him, some hugs. Wow. I really never thought I would meet my bio dad. That's for sure. That was really weird to me. So, Shelly, why do I keep saying Shelly? Sarah and Sheila were both in high school around the same time. I think they said they graduated 90 or 91, I want to say. And they had not heard of Edie before. They hadn't heard of Edie before. So they were probably like 4 or 5 years younger than Edie is. Everybody had pretty much listened to the podcast. I don't know if Scooter had. Everybody else was kind of like, had heard it, and I could see if it'll be interesting. Gary said he'd be willing to talk to Rena if Rena wanted to talk to him, so I don't know what they're gonna get out of that, but I'll let them. I'm trying to think. I want to remember everything, every little bit. It was fine for me to meet the sisters and brother. It was really like, I definitely cried when I met Gary. And then Sydney also took a picture of Chelsea and I. I was kind of comforting Chelsea. She was upset with Gary because he basically told her that she was dead to him when she wouldn't lend him money a couple years ago. And they hadn't talked since then, or had talked minimally. And Chelsea, you could see that she was upset, and I kind of sat by her, gave her a hug, and rubbed her back, and I think she was appreciative of that. I felt close to her. Her daughter looked like me as a baby, which is crazy. It was like her daughter looked more like my kids than my kids do. We had the same ears, same little Cupid's arrow, and something about my nose, not completely. Scooter and my eyes were similar. He's much darker complexion, but the shape of his eyes, they were a little bit darker, not as dark as mine, but darker than the other girls. my sisters better. I would have definitely done that had I had an iPhone then. I don't know. I guess that's my thoughts. It's a weird day. Really good. Oh, and it was funny because they were all like, oh, he's gonna pull up in his black Camaro with the G. Kendrick license plate, and sure enough, there he did. And then Sheila, like the third cousin, had her license plate, Kendrick too, and then I think they said that there's an Uncle Tony, I think, that has Kendrick, maybe just Kendrick. I can't remember which one he had. But, that was also funny because Gary said that he had kind of heard through the grapevine about me, and that the cousin had teased him, or Uncle Tony, whatever, had teased him about, maybe being a daddy. And then when they got the results back, the cousin texted him Dada. I don't know. Anyway, I better figure out where I'm going.